That's cool. All right, so I am testing my streams again. Ooh, should not show. Okay, let's see. This is my workstation. So today, right now actually, I'm in the process of setting up OBS's multi-stream. I'm using this video as a testing for my chats. Oh. Alright. I should actually mute this. Oh, I need to create a new macro now. Let's see, mute me, unmute screen. How'd that flow? Let's see. Mute desktop. What does this one do again? Mute. Oh, this one like literally mutes my desktop. Okay. And then this one is set to mute all. And then unmute all. Bum, 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 bum. I might want to change this one. Multi-action. OBS. Audio mixer. Mute. This one's to mute. Mic. So it doesn't feedback. Mute mic. Mics. Yeah, it's gonna be all the mics. Wait. This is supposed to be a multi-action. Whoopsies. Goodbye. Multi-action. Boom. All right. Audio mixer. Mute. Mic. Set the toggle. Muting. Focus right. And then I'm muting or mute focus. And then I'll be muting mute Hollyland, just the other mic. Mute tail air. Cool. Mics. Ooh, this button's nice. All right, let's test this out. Wait, multi-action switch. What does multi-action switch do? Okay, let's copy this one. I'll move it over here, paste. Desktop, desktop. Cool. Now I can watch videos and do reactions and then all that jazz. Oh man, I'm seeing frame rate chops. There are too many things open right now. Let's see. All right, let's mute.
Now I'm gonna show you how to change this back to my preferred look. Okay, so we have Photoshop open right now, and this is my look that I want to achieve. And then I'm gonna open Google Chrome as well, side by side, so you guys can see both. I'm gonna open the chat tool, and I'm gonna go to featured, under featured chat overlay, which is the one we're working on, and I'm gonna go to styling. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we have comment font color. Comment font color usually is this one right here, which chat overlay, which is the one
think I know what that other function does now. What is it? Let's try. So first, I need to grab this one. Let's go with Polyland. And then this one. Tail air. And then this one, desktop. Okay, so these will be muting. And then copy, paste, unmute, copy, paste, unmute, copy, paste, unmute. Change icon, mute. I think this is the one that I need. Control, mic, top. Wait. So these two get muted, and then this one is unmute, and then it's the other way around. Right? Mute, unmute, and then unmute, mute. All right, let's try this. Oh, okay, I fixed it. Turned it to one button. One button is way better. Don't track. What are you doing? Let's turn off hand gesture for now. Where'd I go to turn you off? Turn that one off for now. Sick. Dude, it got super hot real quick. Screen only, screen 2, opposite side. Okay. What does this mute mic button do? Is this even relevant anymore? And I have this other toggle. This mic button is not as relevant. Copy, paste, copy, paste. Okay. You get that AC cracking.
We're working on, and I'm gonna go to styling. Okay, so now we're gonna do is we have comment font color. Comment font color usually is this one right here, which is, as you can see, it's white, so we leave it white. And then comment background color, this is the actual background, so in our case kind of purple pinkish. Okay, so what you need to do is you go here, you click under this color thing. Now the secret is really this little color picker. Okay, you can go ahead and choose any color you want here. As you can see, you have the whole color wheel here, but if you want to be super precise about your colors, you want to go and grab the exact color from your chat box that you have designed it before. Okay, this could be a picture, this could be, doesn't have to be in Photoshop, it could be just a JPEG.
I just noticed something weird about my screen. What the heck? Where's the power tool? Power settings. What the heck is going on? Wait. Go back. My fancy zones got restarted. I gotta fix the layout. What the hell? Yeah. There we go. I was wondering why for a while it seemed like my thing was like super funky. There we go. That's much better.
JPEG picture. It could be something you get directly from your actual studio colors, so it doesn't have to, you know, be designed like what I did, but I just want to give you an idea. So go to Photoshop, pick this exact color, and then boom, as you can see, I get the code in there, and then I go to default name font color. This is for the font. Again, for this one, it's just white, so you don't have to get the color code for white. Usually just go in the corner here, and then the name background color, which is gonna be this purple, actual purple. The other one was pink. So you go here again, and then you get the color picker, and then you come over here, make sure you got the color here, just click on it, and it's gonna bring it back in here. As you can see, we got the code now. So everything looks good. Now, if you want to change the font family, you can.
All right, so I got some colors to change. I'm just making the background color. Do I have to put in the hashtag? Yes, I do. And then the font color, I'm gonna leave alone. And then the background color for this one is gonna be this. It's gonna be a dark gray. Why is it not changing?
Go here, got the purple. You go here again, and then you get, and it's gonna put picker, and then over here, make sure you got the color here. Just click on it, and it's gonna bring it back in here. As you can see, we make so you go here again, and then you get the color picker, and then you come over here. Make sure you got the color here. Just click on it, and it's gonna bring it back in here. As you can see.
What? I can just use the color picker like that? Dog. Alright, let's find out. Color picker. Ooh, schmiz. Okay, that's so cool. But it doesn't let you do it off the screen. It only can do it inside the screen. So I guess I gotta open up one of my like pages and stuff. So let's do that right quick. No, that it doesn't. It doesn't do it. What the hell? I have to do a color picker. I can't just use my code.
Everything looks good. Like you in here.
Dude, there's no way I can't just like punch in the code manually. That'd be so crazy. Yeah, it doesn't change. What the fudge? Oh. Okay. It was set to RGB. You don't drop the color into this window right here. So you don't drop the color into this window.
Here, what we need to do is we have to go ahead and copy the link again. Okay, so we need to, because every time we make changes, the link is going to be updated with the new values. And I'm gonna clear all the messages I had back in OBS. Font color, this is for the font. Again, for this one, it's just white, so you don't have to get the color code for white. You usually just go in the corner here, and then the name background color, which is gonna be this purple, actual purple. The other one was pink. So you go here again, and then you get the color picker, and then you come over here. make sure you got the color here. Just click on it and it's gonna bring it back in here. As you can see, we got the code now, so everything looks good. Now if you want to change the font family, you can go here and then pick any font that you like in here. Personally, I liked again, let's just try Georgia, so just for an example, or Roboto. It's actually my favorite. That's the one that I wanted to use. You can also type a specific Google font name in here. I haven't tried it. This could be something you could actually try, and let me know down below in the comments how it actually went. Once you're done, we have all our color in here. What we need to do is we have to go ahead and copy the link again. Okay, so we need to, because every time we make changes, the link is going to be updated with the new values. And I'm gonna clear all the messages I had back in OBS, and then I'm gonna trigger other fake messages. This is just for demo purposes if you were live, because every time you change, like the next messages after the change, that's where the changes are going to take effect, if you know what I mean. All right, so that's it. So I got all the messages that I need. Now we're gonna go back to OBS. Now we should have everything, and then I'm gonna go to the chat source here, go to property, and I'm gonna replace with the new link. So I'm gonna go here and paste, and then boom. And then as you can see, and I'm gonna go to the chat. Now we're gonna go back to change, like the next messages after the change. That's where the changes are going to take effect, if you know what I mean. All right, so that's it. So I got all the messages that I need. Now we're gonna go back to OBS. Now we should have everything, and then I'm gonna go to the chat source here, go to property, and I'm gonna replace with the new link. So I'm gonna go here and paste, and then boom. And then as you can see, if I click now, we have the look, the new look. As you can see, the messages are looking a little different, my friends.
My bad. I didn't even notice that you you were in the chat. All right. I'm still like trying to add this. As soon as I added that like window thing, all the messages came pouring in. That's so funny. There we go. I have my little chat box now. Sick. So sick. Fade. Yay, look. You're able to respond. See, now I'm gonna add the source into window cap. Where's browser? Browser. All right. Let's see.
You can see that it's exactly what I have in OBS, and it matches the look of my studio. As you can see, you can change it to.
Let's see. Shout out. That's what I'll just call it for now. Shout out. And then let's see, featured. Oh, it's featured chat. That's the term they use. Let's do 1,800 by 400. Oh, that's still pretty big. Whoa. go with 600 by 240. Hey! Are they now? Look, I can do the highlight. Look. What? YouTube tutorials? Your age is show. Fuck you. I just read that. Clearly. Dude, I be trying to do it through only AI, and I'm a visual guy that needs like videos. So yeah, I'm not at that mental yet where I can only go through text and stuff. Coolio. Yeah, that's like a whole nother thing for me to look into. We're supposed to do the session today. You're supposed to like give me a crash course on Notebook LM. Wait, where's my be right back? What? Where's my be right back? There you go. What is it? It's a lot better for research. It's a lot better for research and learning than tutorials. Well, I'm not trying to research, I'm like just doing it. You can use for tutorials. I've been trying to use only the AI prompts and stuff for tutorials, but like sometimes it's just a lot easier for me to grab the video. It could just be my reading comp is bad. Wait, what was I doing? Okay, so that text is huge and it gets cut off. Need to fix that one. Feature chat. Styling. I need to make the styling bigger. Or smaller. Mechanics. Is it only one size? Okay, it is only one size. Is this too big? It's not too big, right? What is that icon next to your name? Oh, Oh, you're a super sub. There's a notebook on you can use it. Don't promise talk to it. Yeah, I have been using that, and I keep running into issues with Gemini's responses. Like when I was first trying to set this up to have like my screen preview to my tablet, what ended up happening when I was going through AI and like having it walk me through this thing, it kept trying to brute force like the same two pathways. And then I went online, did a search, and then I found like two new pathways that it didn't even consider suggesting. And then I ended up using that and not even following the suggestion it made. So there's like times where it'll work, but then there's like a good chunk of time where it'll not get you the information you need to work. At least like in my experience working on this kind of stuff. Because it seems like they pull their info from like a lot of forums and stuff, and if it's like out of date in forums, but because a lot of people were using it, then it would still try to like push that. Like it pushed me to a GitHub link, or pushed me to a GitHub page for a plugin, and then that plugin has been like super out of date and doesn't really work right. Yeah, that's what I was doing. I kept trying to guide it, and then it just became faster for me to just hop on Google and just do a search, and then the first like Reddit thing I found, like I got the right plugin. I spent a good 2 hours following its instructions and like going through all these other options, and just didn't work. And this happens to me a lot. It happens to me a lot with 3D printing too, where it tries to like push a specific type of setting, and then when I run my tests, it's like a completely different thing. Yeah, I do iterate on it, but I end up having to like find the thing myself, and then I go back and let it know like, oh, by the way, like this is what I found and it worked, so that it remembers that for next time. But yeah, like it's still sometimes way faster. Okay, so I already got that one working. And then this little background overlay thing from my logo here is like driving me nuts. Is the chat like fairly readable? Let me see if I can put some shit behind it. No outline. Yeah, I don't like that outline either. But I need a background. Background. I have no idea why you seem to have the same. Well, because the stuff that you do are more like coding stuff. A lot of stuff I do is like out there. I don't know. A lot of times it works, dude. But if I spend like 2-3 hours already working on it and it didn't work, I just like I just go try another way. You know, it's like when we were working on the other project with the like importing, like it didn't work. Yeah, probably. I gotta get like different tools for different jobs. The side text gets cut. Okay. Font weight. Color. What the heck? Why is it like that? Let's see. Bottom dog wing. Make background translucent. Background 40%. Custom viewer background. Mechanics. Why is it stacking like that? Like the username is like on top of it. If it's not, just keep it as is. No, I'm trying to figure out how to do it. Like there's so many settings in this app, and I'm just trying to find the right setting to get it to show correctly. Oh, source of text, rich hide kick, just blur message, time stamps. I don't even have that one. Hide badge, show stream events, use first names only, hide name icon, total filter, hide messages. Show only messages as quotes. Wait. Hide messages that have numbers. Strip text base emojis. Ignore emojis, replace URL. Line donation, no text outline. Show name bubble. Text. Ah, man. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Why are you just spamming emoji? split the relative turn on message portion. Bubble name color.
Hey my YouTube friends, so welcome to another video. Now today I wanted to talk about specific I've actually got, so when anyone chats in Twitch saying hello there, it's got, I'm gonna Ninja into the URL section. Okay, and there we go. So now we've pasted the URL, we can't see anything, it's chats. The font, let me try to back. And look, the font is quite big. So if we want to adjust the font, we can go back here, the overlay. Let me try to decrease the font. And let's try this URL. So you can always experiment with it. Go back and change the URL. Everything else is set up. Go ahead and change the URL. Press OK. And let's do another test. Chat test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there you go. It has shown up, but it's extremely small. So let's play a little bit more with the font size. I'm going to go ahead and give it about 80 font size. Copy that.
That's a great idea. I think I will take a break. Pretty much today, I just want to get the text box finished so it looks right, and then test the stream with Kick, and then that should. Oh my God, why am I? I'm typing in Stream Deck on my phone, and it's just giving me every app but Stream Deck. Follow. What? Why are you not listening to me? There we go. Hold up. Hold up. I gotta try this now. Oh, don't look at my screen. Why are you looking at my screen? What should I name this camera? Because I don't want to keep calling it camera. Because it I feel like it's like looking at me, you know? And just calling it camera just feels like wrong for some reason. The heck? Why did it not send it over? Oh, it just took a second. Can you send me another message? I want to try something. Hey, no way. So I sent the link for the stream, Social Stream Ninja, to myself. I open it on my phone, and I can like tap the message on my phone, and it'll pop up on the screen like it did just now. And then below here, I have my Stream Deck, so I can, while I'm doing that walk you suggested, I can still do stuff and read the chat. Chat? What am I, a Gen Z? Hey chat, what's going on, chat? Y'all want to see the print? What I'm printing right now? Give me a sec, let me grab the camera. So I recently ran into an issue where the filament spool, when it was pretty much done, usually there's like a piece of tape that like holds the little bit of spool, or the starting bit of spool, and that tape got ripped off along with the last bit of the filament. Normally the filament just like rips off the spool clean, and the tape stays on the spool, and it just goes feed all the way through. But because the tape came off with it, it got caught in here, and because it got caught in there, it wouldn't let me finish the spool. And if it didn't let me finish the spool, and it couldn't pull it back out because the tape was gone, it wouldn't jump to the next spool to continue the print. So I'm printing out this component to create like a cutter mechanism, so when that tape gets pulled down, it like forces the cutter down and it slices the tip off, so that never happens again, because that was annoying. I had a 12-hour print going that should have been done by morning, and 2 hours in the filament ran out and got stuck, so I couldn't continue the print till like the freaking like next day when I got back in, and so I lost like a whole night worth of printing. That was horrendous. Horrendous. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Follow wide. Hello. It's dark over here. This printer hasn't been printing for 2 days and it's driving me nuts. I'm like, why? Printers should be printing. It should not be still. Dude. Next weekend, I'm gonna configure the smaller cameras for the FPS and see if I can like stream that. Pew pew pew. Do some Cyclops stuff. Alright. That is factual. Dev life indeed. All right. Let's switch. I now understand why people need another screen for their chat. Because having to look at my OBS for the chats is so... I never understood why until this exact moment, now that I have somebody in the chat. See, this is why I'm testing this on this account. And as we said before, let's launch the both channels at one time. Booyah. Now my chat's going to be in front of me. I don't have to keep looking up to see if you sent me a message anymore.
That URL again, go back to OBS. I'm going to change that font size to about 80. Let's do another quick test. Test one, be link, OBS I'm using for the situation. And I'm going to call this, and I'm going to, this height, I'm going to keep it 600 as well. My one, right? Social Stream Ninja into the URL section. Okay. And there we go. So now we've pasted the URL. We can't see anything because it's on a black background. And we've hidden the menu. But if you do go back to Social Stream Ninja, and I open up any of these chats, and I go to say chat test 123 as a message. And as you can see, it's displaying right over here. So it displays, open up, but if you do go back to Social Stream Ninja, and I open up any of these chats, and I go to say chat test 123 as a message, and as you can see, it's displaying right over here. So it displays, and look, the font is quite big. So if you want to adjust the font, we can go back here, the overlay. Let me try to decrease the font. And let's try this URL. So you can always experiment with it. You can go back and change the URL. Everything else is set up. Go ahead and change the URL. Press OK. And let's do another test. Chat test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there you go. It has shown up, but it's extremely small. So let's play a little bit more with the font size. I'm going to go ahead and give it about 80 font size. Copy that URL again. Go back to OBS. I'm going to change that font size to about 80. Let's do another quick test. Font size 80. Then let's do another quick test. Font size 80. There we go. All right. And bam. So now we've decreased the font size. So all your chats are just going to show up. So this is one way of overlaying your chats on your live stream, right? Which is brilliant. Now, of course, this will continue on, but that's great. So your audience can actually see the chats directly on your live stream. So if you downloaded this live stream later on and uploaded it to different platforms such as YouTube, your YouTube video will actually have all the chats embedded right into it, which is excellent. But I want to take it a step further and talk a little bit about audience engagement, right? So let's actually go back to Social Stream Ninja, minimize this. So that's the overlay dock, which is nice. And I'm going to scroll down further to the feature chat overlay. Now, this is something that I really enjoy using. I use it a lot. And I'm going to go ahead and let's see if you can customize it a bit. I've got overlay, mechanics. I've got auto hide. I'm going to just remove the auto hide just for now. Okay. I'm going to keep it as simple as possible. Okay, that's fine. And I'm going to go ahead and copy this URL. All right. Copy link. Go back to my OBS. But what we want to do is add another browser source. We want to call this feature chat. And now I'm going to remove that URL and paste this here. I'm going to give it a 1920 by 1080 for now. Since that's the size of my canvas. Control audio via OBS always if there's any audio that the browser source does output, and we're going to press OK. Right, so now we've got our feature chat and we've got our chat overlay. Great. Now, how does the feature chat actually work? Let's experiment. Let me go back to Social Stream Ninja. Let's say hypothetically someone or the other specifies a chat, so I'm going to say feature chat test. When I do that, as you can see, it does display in this overlay. However, chat overlay, now we're going to give it a height.
I'm like missing the whole tutorial.
Height, so I'm going to decrease this width to about 600. Again, I'm going to decrease 1000. Okay, that's looking a little bit better. All right, and now we can go ahead and paste that URL that we copied from. So now we do chats, and I go to the overlay. Let me try to decrease the font. And let's try this URL. So you can always experiment with it. You can go back and change the URL. Everything else is set up. Go ahead and change the URL. Press OK. And let's do another test. Chat test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there you go. It has shown up, but it's extremely small. So let's play a little bit more with the font size. I'm going to go ahead and give it about 80 font size. Copy that URL again. Go back to OBS. I'm going to change that font size to about 80. And let's do another quick test. Font size 80. There we go. All right. And bam. So now we've decreased the font size. So all your chats are just going to show up. So this is one way of overlaying your chats on your live stream, right? Which is brilliant. Now, of course, this will continue on, but that's great. So your audience can actually see the chats directly on your live stream. So if you downloaded this live stream later on and uploaded it to different platforms such as YouTube, your YouTube video will actually have all the chats embedded right into it, which is excellent. But I want to take it a step further and talk a little bit about audience engagement, right? So let's actually go back to Social Stream Ninja feature, and I'm going to go ahead and let's see if you can customize. I'm going to paste this here, and I'm going to press OK. As you can see, it does display consolidated. It actually so extreme. You can actually do this to see increases the amount of engagement that you can provide during your live stream by playing the chats and the feature chat, and of course consolidating all the chats into a single window, right? So that's what we've gone through. Brilliant. Now I do want to take it one step further in this tutorial video, and I want to talk about chatbots. Social Stream Ninja does integrate with local and cloud-based LLMs, right? So Gen AI, right? And that's the craze at the moment. So let's talk about that real quick. So now how does it actually work? I'm going to go ahead and minimize some of these panels right here, so I don't want to have too many things open, keep things clean. So now the next thing I want to talk about is chatbots and AI services, right? So when you drop down the first one, it says you can configure an LLM. So in this tutorial, there are several LLMs. You could actually use several services, such as Olama. You could install a local LLM or local LLM provider. You could use ChatGPT if you've got an API key. You can use Gemini with an API key, DeepSeek, XAI, that's Grok, Bedrock LLM. Now when you, right, and up Olama, right, install any other options, open up Pool, Olama, Llama 3, right? And when you do that, it's going to go ahead and install Llama 3 on your computer. That's all well and good, but I'm actually going to show you a way how to use this LLM without actually using any resources on your computer, right? So I'm going to skip over all of these, and I'm going to go ahead and talk about one really important thing that you want to do to make sure that this works on your computer, right? So to make sure that Llama or Llama will work on your computer, you want to go and open up your Windows environment variables. And I'm going to go ahead and do that. Edit system environment variables, okay? And what we want to do is when we do open that up, we want to add this line to our environment variables. We want to say Olama underscore origins, all in capital, and then for the value, we want to put a star, right? So this will actually, when you do this, the environment variable will work with both the standalone Social Stream Ninja app and the Chrome extension, right? So that's what I've gone ahead and done. I've opened up my environment variables, right? And I'm going to click on environment variables. And as you can see, I've typed in Olama underscore origins, and then I've put a star. So how do you do that? You click on new, and you type in the variable name, which is Olama underscore origins. You can type it out over here. And then for the variable value, just put in a star that you can find on your keypad. I'm not going to do it right now, I've already added it in, but that's what you want to do, and then press OK. All right. Once you do that, press OK again on this window, and you're done. Okay, so you want to make sure you do that. Now, once you've done that, that's all you need to do from a Windows side. We can go ahead and actually minimize this tutorial video, and you can close out of your command prompt. Right, so now that we're back in Social Stream Ninja, from the drop-down, select Olama Local, and now what you want to do is make sure that you type in http://localhost:11434. That's the port that it's actually going to use on your local host. Now we can take a quick peek at the tutorial that it's given us. Once you've actually done that, it gives you some instructions right over here. So once you've actually gone ahead and installed Olama, it will be available, right? So you can actually go to this IP address. You could just copy this just to check if it is available and running. Copy this link and open up your Chrome browser and paste that link right over here. And it will tell you that Olama is running once you've installed it, right? So it'll be running, it'll run automatically. You can also look at it in your taskbar right here. You'll see Olama that's running. You can open up Olama as well, and that's what I've just done. So now you can see Olama is running, great. And it's telling us when we actually go to localhost colon 11434, it tells us that Olama is running. That's really all we want. Now, look, like we tested before, like I demonstrated, you can actually go ahead and install a local LLM, which is Llama 3. So you could go and type in, open up command prompt, and you can go ahead and type Olama pull Llama 3. I'm not going to go ahead and pull it because I already have. I've already got Olama and Llama 3. But once you do that, it's already installed, right? And then you can go ahead and type Olama run Llama 3. So I'm going to go ahead and type, just to demonstrate how Olama works from the command prompt, I'm going to go ahead and type Olama run Llama 3. And now that I've already got it installed, it's going to go ahead and run Llama 3 on my computer. And shortly, we will be able to chat with Llama 3 right over here, saying, hello there, how are you today? And Llama 3 is going to go ahead and respond based on the speed of your computer. It's going to go ahead and respond to you. And that's great. Now we're chatting with this AI bot, but this is locally hosted on our computer. But that's not the goal for today. The goal is to be able to use less resources of my computer and be able to talk to a chatbot that's a lot faster, right? So I'm going to go ahead and close out that window. So now, going back to Social Stream Ninja, in our drop-down menu, we've got Olama, that's local. We've added Olama API endpoint, which is basically the IP address, or you can just say localhost if you've hosted on the same computer that you're using Social Stream Ninja on, colon 11434. That's the port that it uses. Now, Olama model. Here's where what you can do is go ahead and once you've got Olama open, drop down. These are all the models. As you can see, I have Gemma 3 with 1 billion parameters. I've got this installed locally, and I've got Llama 3, right? So let's demonstrate two things over here. Let's talk about Llama 3 since we were testing it. So I'm going to go ahead and select Llama 3. I'm going to change my model in Social Stream Ninja. I'm going to call it Llama 3. Okay, great. So now that we've got this LLM, we've added our details. I'm going to keep the LLM alive for about 30 minutes, which is more than enough. And then we drop down the second one, and you want to enable the LLM AI chatbots. Just make sure this is set to enabled. You want to give a customized bot name, so I'm going to call it MediaTek bot, right? So that's the customized name that I'm giving this bot. And you also want to enable do not screen out any of the bot replies. So that means all the bot replies will show up in your chat, all right? So you want to make sure that you enable this as well, okay? And you want to give a trigger name to the bot. So I'm just going to call him bot, right? Just to keep it simple. That's his trigger name, okay? Now, here's the interesting thing. When we go ahead and open up our Twitch chat, and I call, say, bot, how are you today? The bot is going to respond. But what's actually going to happen is that's going to use Llama 3 to actually respond to us. And now Llama 3 is installed on my computer, so it's going to take a little bit of time to trigger Llama 3. So as you can see, it took a bit of time, and MediaTek bot, that's the name we actually gave it, which is right here. MediaTek bot, right? And MediaTek bot responded, I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. It's great to be chatting with you. I'm ready to help you. So now you can talk to Llama 3 and you can ask it anything like, how far is the Earth from the moon? But we want to trigger it, so we want to say bot, right? That's the trigger word. And I'm going to ask it a question. Again, Llama 3 is going to take some time based on your computer, right? My computer, the one computer I'm using is a really basic AMD 8-core CPU, and it doesn't have a GPU, it's a mini PC, so it's going to take some time, right? And it's going to respond. So it's going to say, MediaTek bot is responding, hey MediaTek Live, the average distance from the Earth to the moon is about X miles, and that's pretty cool fact, right? And that's how it kind of chats with you. And it will speak to anyone in your chat that actually mentions the word bot. But look, this has taken up resources of our computer, and it takes some time to respond as well. We want it to be responding really quickly, right? So what I'm going to go ahead and do is go back to Ollama. Rather than using Llama 3, at the moment, I don't know if this is going to change, but at the moment, Ollama is offering some free.
So I got the window down to the size I think is reasonable. Now, and I kind of threw in a little bit of like a background to make it pop a bit more. Because I do want to get rid of the stroking. But I don't see the, or that's just the overlay. Let's see, for the stroking, messages, colors, message color, font weight. What's the font weight at right now? $400. Let's see what that does. Oh yeah, that looks a lot less of a cluster. Let's bring the stroke down to about 65. No text outline. Decrease text outline by 30%. Much more manageable. Let's bring the padding up to 6. Got padding at 6. Much less of a cluster. Large avatar profile on left, make emojis larger, make content image GPs. Name bubble. I can do a name bubble? What does that look like? ain't see no name bubble. Lies. Wait. Did I not turn it on? Oh, I did. Name bubble. Add a round bubble around the name. Oh, I have to turn that on first. That makes sense. What? Sure don't look like does anything. Guess I'll change that back. Let's see, text name, bubble color, name bubble padding. Outline pixel, stroke pixel. Wonder what this does. Copy. Glowing time. Let's see what this does. It is for glowing. Enable text glowing. I got a halo. 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 That does not make anything much more legible, does it? Turn that back off. Okay, I think that covers what I think I should have for now. The rest of this I'll just probably have to add on later. I wonder if I can set it so that I can ping a notification whenever somebody asks a question. Effects, fade in, fade out, background shading. Style, visibility. Only show messages marked as questions. Wait, only show messages marked as questions. No, I want it to ping messages that are marked as questions. Let's test this out. I think that's the solution I was looking for. Let's see. How do I do this? Question mark. What does that mean? It didn't pin nothing. Was I supposed to turn on a function for that to work? I have a question mark? Why did... Okay, let's try this one. How does this work? It didn't pin it. Remove donations. Only see pinned messages. UA and chat mode only. I just leave that on for now. Yeah, I think like that's a good amount. Okay, next thing I need to do. Holy moly, it's already 5. Running out of time. Okay, I'm gonna stop this stream since I'm gonna do another test more related to getting kick on here. Deuces.